news, everyone! I've got some planes to show you! Hello and welcome dear skilled modelers to my small hobby YouTube channel. My name is Tomo and today we're gonna look at some planes. More specifically, today we're gonna be taking a look at 3 planes from Tamiya. Why Tamiya? Because I'm a fanboy. Ain't that the truth? Today's pick is 2 planes from Tamiya's Thunderbird series and one, not Thunderbird series, but I really like it. So sue me. And if everything is going to go okay, today's focus and camera work is going to be much better. Hooray! Back to the models. Here they are. Let's first take a look at these 2. These, my friends, are 2 Thunderbird series airplanes, both in 48 scale. One is older, one is newer. The unique features of these particular planes we will take a look at later on in the video, but for a short summary, this one was released in '98 and this one was released in 2008. This one is an all silver coated airplane and this one is an all white plastic airplane. Both of them have beautiful decals, big sheets of decals, and this one has a Slovenian flag. A teeny tiny flag, but nevertheless, it's a flag. Parts wise, these 2 kits are very different. This one has a fairly low part count, around 100. This one has almost twice the parts. Also, price range for these 2 kits are very diverse. This one goes for less than 30 euros, while this one can go somewhere between 50 to 60 euros, depending on where you buy it. Now they have to fly away from the screen. Shoo shoo! And we're gonna be taking a look at this. Why this? Well, because I wanted to review it, because I like it. You might notice that I have a bit of a fetish for this type of airplane. This is a Hawk Mark 66 from the Swiss Air Force. It's really similar to the planes that I've already built and reviewed in the past. I really like this design. So, up it goes. This is the newest, it's a 2008 release. It also doesn't have a lot of parts, strangely enough. The F-16 has the most. This one also has around 100 and maybe 150 parts, give or take. And it is very simplistic in its design. The sprues are well laid out, but the detail, in my opinion, is a bit lacking. I do believe you can get some aftermarket photo etch parts for the cockpit, because the cockpit is kind of boring the way it is right now. Price range for this one, it goes, between 40 and 45 euros, depending again where you buy it. And I do believe it's worth the money because all the kits that we're going to be taking a look at today are very well made, like you would expect from Tamiya. Righto, so that's basically all that I want to say for this portion of the video, and now it's only time to take a look inside the boxes. Behold! These are the 3 planes that I will show you guys today. The 2 of the Thunderbird series and the one that's basically just a kind of a special edition, limited edition sort of plane. I hope you guys are comfortable on my little tripod. Okay, the Thunderbird. As you can see, the data on the top, we have the wingspan of 236 millimeters. The fuselage length is 241 millimeters. So it's not a very small plane, but then again, it's a 48 scale model. So this is how it looks on this side and on this side and on this side. And on the back it's basically nothing. And let's open it up and you'll see some very interesting things. So the first thing that you will notice about this kit is that this kit, and yes, the whole fuselage and the wing sections are all already covered with metallic paint. This is a good thing if you're a novice or newbie, because getting this good finish, metallic finish, is a bit difficult if you don't have the skill sets yet to accomplish it. So Tamiya kindly provides you with all the necessary painting. So you can basically just probably get away with polishing this a little bit to make it more shiny. But if you are an advanced builder, you probably are gonna just remove the paint off here and put your own paint up anyway. It's a very thin paint. It's not thick like Revell's in the past. These Tamiya skins, as I would say, or paints that are already on it, are very thin. So you're not gonna have trouble at all. Then we have the cockpit sprue and the underneath and the upper side of the bombs, I guess, or the fuel tanks. The cockpit is very simple, monocoque cockpit with all the instrument panels inside with all the switch and nipples and stuff. And then we have the instrument panel and some, I don't know what this, I think there's maybe bomb fins in the seat. Yeah, I think these are bombs. Must be. Must be. And then we have all sorts of pedals and I don't know what this is. But it is pretty well designed, just like you would expect from any Tamiya kit. And you have to put the wheel, the other half of the wheel inside this little hole here. Interesting design choice. Good. Then we have the main body, which is again gorgeous. It's pretty big. I mean, this is a big airplane, no doubt about it. And you can see the pilot, which is also painted in this metallic form. It looks like the guy from T2 or T1. Oh, actually T2, Terminator 2, the guy who melted. So you can kind of, yeah, this is Terminator. Anyway, so these are the sprues. Gorgeous, aren't they? Good details, very smooth, very shiny, very pronounced, very clear. You're not gonna be disappointed at all. The last sprue, I think it's a clear part sprue. It's just here. I'm not gonna take this out of the bag because, you know, reasons again. And this is not raised detail. On the no, it's not raised detail. It's basically, I think it's just scribed inside. I don't feel any raised detail here. No, it's not. But anyway, you can display this airplane with the cockpit closed or open, whichever you prefer. That's why you have decals which are offset for that reason. And of course you also get, which is important, this little metal ball. And the reason that you have this is because the plane, whilst it's sitting on its landing gear, is tail heavy. So you put this into the nose so that it balances the airplane out. Because you can see here from the box art, the landing gear are really forward, so it tends to tip back, so hence the ball. The instruction manual is nothing really special. It's a basic Tamiya black and white fold-out page type of manual, which describes everything in very precise detail how to put together. It's really a very straightforward build. I don't think it's a very complicated build, even though it's a 48 scale. It's basically just large surfaces. And here you can see what I told you, the cockpit open or close. And actually you get a ladder. Well, I didn't really realize that. So yeah, that's cool. Next is this one, the F16C block. This is a relatively new kit. The fuselage length is 316 millimeters and the wingspan is 197 millimeters. This one, although the box is roughly the same thickness as the one for the Republic, it has more stuff in it. And Tamiya also gives you some bonuses again, because you know, the plastic is white. They give you some help. So let's take a look at this. The panel lines are probably going to be a little bit harder to see here. The light is still shining on them from my right side, but you can see them still clearly, because the airplane, of course, is white in the box art. So you know, Tamiya helps you out with this, with a white base. And here's the cockpit in the middle. I mean, it's really hard to criticize Tamiya kits because they are pretty cool, and their manufacturing process is second to none. I mean, there's not many manufacturers that make this effort so good. Maybe nowadays it is, but you know, but you know what I mean. Anyway, here is the top portion of the wing. It's really hard to see the panel lines. Just kind of, I see you can see them here. They're here. You can feel them. There's texture. It's not raised detail, but you can feel the grooves, and it's pretty smooth. Actually, it's really smooth. And then of course the wing sections, the fins, the tail fin, and the tips. Cool. Real cool. I mean, it's white plastic. It's really very hard to see. Oops, sorry. My light. And of course we have more stuff. See what I told you? It's so much more. The complexity of this kit is much grander. And actually you get some arsenal if you choose to make it, you know, a normal fighter jet, not the display one. So you get some options, and you get some pilots. And these pilots have to be assembled. Actually, a pilot. You have a current screw with two different heads, one and the other. See, it's a really strange head. Depending on the goggles, yeah. And his hands. It's pretty cool. It's very. Let me take a little closer. Yeah, the detail is pretty cool. So we got the arsenal here, and we have another sprue of arsenal, bombs and stuff. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay. Come on, stupid light. Every time. And we get some even more sprues and some even more body stuff and engine. And another pilot. Wow, look at that. Another pilot. I wonder why. Is the first one better or worse than the second one? I don't know. Please leave a comment below. Yes, my French accent is very well done. Anyway, this is the panel, the engine, exhaust, cool stuff. And we have some landing gear here, also quite nicely detailed. And some wheels and the brakes on the back. Wow, great. Wheels are assembled in two parts. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Oh, look at that. I didn't bump into the light. I'm so proud. And the last big sprue is here, which contains, I think this is the external fuel tank. One part and the other part. And then we have all sorts of supports and bridges and some landing stuff here. I think these are the back landing gear. And the nose, which is very pointy, very pointy. Okay, we got some wheels, and this wheel is already molded in from two parts, so you don't have to assemble it in the engine. Cool shit. Okay, so we got what else? What else? Oh, we got some poly caps and some pins. I don't know what those are for. I have to look at the manual. And we have two types of canopy: the dark, the white. I used to know why one or the other, but you know, forgot. But here you have them, and some other little lights that go all over the airplane, I guess. Yeah, they're two parts. The detail is not well. It's raised. No, actually, it's not. Well, it is, but it's very subtle. So you know, masking is gonna be fun. Then, of course, we have some decals. And of course, this being a 48 scale plane, yeah, they're big decals. Look at those. Vibrant colors, nevertheless. So big. These are gonna be a bitch to put on. Because, you know, big surfaces, you're gonna be very careful. And Tamiya sometimes does have very thin decals, at least on the motorcycles. Sometimes I would tear bigger decals apart using their Mark Fit Strong applicator, so just be aware, because some decals are really thin, but these are big, I tell ya. And we have another set of decals here, because oh yes, we have more. See, more, so much more. And we have a bunch of flags here on the bottom, and they're really cool. They're very detailed. Slovenia is not on there. Actually, it is. Look at that. Holy shit. Look at that little flag. Let me take it close. See? Oh my god. Here we are. We're so small and insignificant. So, last but not least is the Hawk Mark 66 from Swiss Air Force. Right, so we got the different paint schemes as you can see on the box. This is just my bad. Quickly take you around the box. Oh, remember how I said that you can buy aftermarket parts for the cockpit? Well, you get them inside. So you see you have the photo etch parts for the cockpit and two metal guys as pilots. So yeah, my bad. Anyway, look at that. Open it up. Here we go. The first two metal guys, the first two add-ons, the additions, the special thing. That's why it's so limited edition. Two metal guys, or it's, I don't know, metal guys, metal cast. Is it better or not than plastic? I don't know, but you get them, so here they are. Of all the three planes, look at this. Not a lot of parts. The detail is not lacking. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna take it out from the bags because it's thermically sealed on each end, and I don't want to, you know, open it. Anyway, these are the wings, and then we have some seat and fairings. It's pretty cool. The engine, it's a little bit disappointing because there's not a lot of stuff, but then again it can be tackled very quickly. And then we have, of course, the other one here, which contains the whole body. I like this design of the body. It's like a dolphin, you know, dolphin that's flying. This is raised detail, by the way. See these little rivets here on the back? Oh yeah, my friend, these are raised details, so that's cool. And we have the intakes, the air intakes, and we have the little fan propeller thing here. And the cockpit with the raised detail. Yeah, this is raised detail as well. So this I like because it gives you a little bit less headache when you're masking it. So you can do this properly, as opposed to the others that have just marked where the edges go for the window. And the cockpit, look at that. It's very bland. It's very like, you know, two cockpit seats on top and bottom. It's not really that, wow, mind-blowingly great. But and see the instrument panels are just this little like anchor-looking things that you just put inside. So you know, it is what it is. But the cool thing is, if you look at close to the canopy here on top, you can see the little, I think this is like a wire that explodes the canopy if the injection seats are to be fired. I think this is the pyrotechnics thing inside. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's that. And of course we have the decals. There are quite a lot of decals actually, because of depending on which type of airplane you're gonna go for. You got the basic decals here, and then you have the variants depending on what you're going for. And on the back, look at that, Italiari's little photo edge parts for the cockpit. Well, they could be better, but at least they have more life. They have more relief. You can feel the details, and it could give you a little bit of a boost in that. That's why they have the Italiari badge here on the corner. So that's the Italiari's contribution to this plane. And of course the manual, nothing really special about it. Again, very simplistic, fold out black and white manual with all the groovy instructions laid out perfectly well. And to be honest, this could be tackled by just about anyone, even the novice. It's a little bit out of focus here in this video, but you get the point how it looks. The manual is not important, the kit is. So with that, we're basically done. Back to the studio. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching if you have been. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you again soon in the next one. Ciao. Bye-bye.